career is at stake. The pressure builds. What must Oscar De La Hoya be thinking some 15 minutes before he enters the ring? At this point of his career, any loss, he says, would bring retirement. As for Shane Mosley, much is unresolved for him following his 2 losses to Vernon Forrest. Tonight, every notion about Shane's career could alter again if he turns in the kind of performance he expects against De La Hoya. Among those on hand, Tara Reid is here. Evander Holyfield, James Toney in his immediate future, the hitman Tommy Hearns, the fine actor Dennis Quaid, Tommy Lasorda in from LA, Senator John McCain himself, a former boxer. He's chaired a commission looking into the state of the sport. The actor-director Ron Howard is here. The NBA is represented by Charles Barkley and Magic Johnson. And despite the demand for tickets, Tiger Woods somehow was able to score outstanding seats for tonight's bout. And now look who's dropped by. Lennox Lewis is here. Let's first resolve your immediate future. Vitaly Klitschko, when?
Well, we haven't really spoke about that. What I'm doing right now is taking the rest of the year off, and probably next year I'm going to decide on what I'm going to do.
You just turned 38.
Yes.
How many more fights are in your future, realistically?
Well, I don't see too many. You know, as you get older, you're supposed to get better, but sometimes, you know, your body, you have to listen to your body, and make sure you listen to your body.
Well, in light of what you just said, I pose this respectfully. Have you lost your stomach for training and for fighting?
No, I enjoy training. In fact, training is a great thing for me because it, you know, keeps the weight off, and I love running. I love lifting weights. No, I haven't.
Let's take a look at some of what happened earlier this year in Los Angeles against Vitaly Klitschko, and would you acknowledge now that you didn't train as hard as you should have for this fight?
Well, you have to remember, I took this fight in less than 2 weeks' notice, so I wasn't really preparing for him. I was preparing for another boxer.
And he carried the fight to you in the early going. He was winning on all cards when it was stopped because of the cut over his left eye.
Actually, he really punched himself out because he worked very hard for those 5 rounds, and I would say he won the first half of the rounds. And the last half, I really stepped it to him, and you know, I cut his eye, and that's what you do.
So in your mind, had the fight been allowed to continue, you would have knocked him out shortly thereafter.
Absolutely, especially in the 5th round, he basically followed me around the ring and held me. So he wasn't really throwing too many punches. Like I said, he punched himself out. He boxed very good that night, and you know, he demands a lot of respect. And I think he punches hard, and he was ready for me. But at that point, I wasn't ready for him. Like I said, I took the fight late, under 2 weeks' notice, and you know, I didn't have no sparring for him. But maybe next time.
Well, you have a hand in all this as the man in Lennox's corner. When does it happen?
Well, he's going to decide when it happens because it's his life and his career. But as he said, the fight was a 2-week notice fight, and we really didn't get it. Even when we got to LA, I don't think we ever trained 2 days at the same gym. Every day we was doing media work, trying to find a gym, whereas Klitschko didn't do any media work. He'd been training in LA all along where he lives at, so he didn't have any disruptions in his plans at all.
Well, people have talked about December for a rematch. That looks impractical now. The spring? Early spring? March, April, what?
Well, Lennox is going to make that decision, but I think that any time that Lennox trains properly for the next fight, it will not go over 12 minutes. Lennox will come out and knock him out very quickly.
All right, last thing before we talk about the upcoming fight. You crossed paths with Roy Jones Jr. as he left our perch and you came up.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility that the two of you would meet in the ring someday?
Well, you know, there's always a possibility, but I don't think so in the near future. You know, I definitely respect Roy Jones. He's a great boxer, and you know, we got mad respect for each other.
De La Hoya Mosley, your thoughts on that?
I think it's going to be an interesting fight because De La Hoya has a lot to prove because he's 1 down with Mosley, and you got Mosley who's got a lot to prove because he's 2 down with Vernon Forrest, and it's going to be an interesting fight. You know, if I would have to pick one or the other, I would have to go for Mosley because of the fact that he's won before and he's got that speed. I always respect speed.
Lennox Lewis, heavyweight champion of the world. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, so far, we focused on the first De La Hoya-Mosley fight, but that was 39 months and 1 weight division ago. Since that night, De La Hoya's image has turned golden again, while Mosley failed to capitalize on winning the biggest fight of his career. Sugar Shane followed his high-drama win over De La Hoya with 3 low-profile but dominant defenses of his welterweight crown.
Blinding speed, lightning power, every skill in the book.
Then, in January 2002, Mosley's perfect record and his status as boxing's best pound for pound
This is the fight of the
abruptly
year.
disappeared.
Shane Mosley, and Mosley is in huge trouble.
Forrest's one-sided decision replayed itself in a rematch less than 6 months later.
There are a lot of guys in the sport that Shane Mosley will beat spectacularly. Just doesn't appear that Vernon Forrest is one of them.
Mosley's troubles followed him up to 154 pounds. The February tune-up with Raul Marquez was stopped due to cuts and ruled a no contest, meaning Sugar Shane hasn't won a fight in more than 2 years. After losing to Mosley, De La Hoya enjoyed a one-sided win at welterweight and another at the now more comfortable 154 pounds, setting up a heated showdown with Fernando Vargas, his first true test since Mosley.
Oscar De La Hoya taking more punishment in the first 5 rounds of this fight than he's ever taken in 5 rounds of any fight.
Behind in a fight
You
that
got
could have
steroids.
ended his career, De La Hoya responded with a legacy-enhancing performance.
This will be the most satisfying moment of Oscar De La Hoya's career. If he can finish this guy. If he can knock him out.
I don't know what's smoking more to eat.
Oscar De La Hoya
Yeah,
has the
you gotta, you know, only thing I want to hear this.
biggest, the most emotional
I want to hear this. This back in the days. It just came up on history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rematch. It's De La Hoya and Mosley. De La Hoya and Mosley fought. I remember watching this. I watched it. I lived in Vallejo. I lived at 841 Pennsylvania Street in Vallejo, apartment A.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you know, my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I watched this fight. then. This fight was the shit. It was De La Hoya, Mosley too.
Yeah.
You heard? Yeah, the rematch. You heard?
What year was this?
I don't even remember now. I'm trying to
Like
remember.
08?
Yeah, no. Why? That's hella close. That's this is like 2003.
Oh, shit. Oh,
this is
shit.
like 2003, 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, because Holyfield was getting ready to fight James Toney in 2004. They haven't even fought yet, and they talk about it right here.
Oh, shit.
Holyfield getting ready, got James Toney in the near future, and they didn't fight until 2004. This is 2003.
Okay.
Yeah.
22 years ago.
You just turned 38.
Yes.
How many more fights are in your future, realistically?
Well, I don't see too many, you know, as it got.
See, say right. Ah, I didn't see him yet. Look, John McCain.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
Wow, you
dude.
look young there.
Yeah, this is the shit right here. I remember the first fight was the shit. This fight, I thought De La Hoya won though. In my opinion, he gave up the third 3 rounds again. Just like he did when he fought Mayweather years later.
Yeah.
He gave up 3 rounds. He stopped jabbing in the later rounds. And Mosley came back. It was a good fight. I thought the first fight was better though. I thought the first fight was better at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2000. That fight was in 2000, 2001. That fight to me was better than the second fight. It's always good the first time around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the rematch is good too. And they break it out. I just put this on because it's on the history and it just reminded me of this time. I remember this time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like Lennox Lewis just got done fighting Vitaly Klitschko in his last fight. He still ain't came out of retirement since then. Right? Emmanuel Stewart's still sitting right there. He died of cancer years later. You know what I'm saying? Look at Lewis. Now he's skinny and small with gray hair, no braids, no dreads. Look, he got dreads.
Yeah.
He was dominant. Remember I told you when Roy Jones moved up and beat the Mexican dude, the Puerto Rican dude of Puerto Rican descent, John Ruiz.
Yeah.
Remember I told you Roy Jones moved up to heavyweight and won, and then he moved back down to cruiserweight or whatever it was. And then he got in a rough fight with Tarver, and then he got knocked out in a rematch by Tarver. And I remember I told you Jones was never the same.
Yeah.
Okay, Jones had beat the heavyweight champion John Ruiz. Then you remember I told you we were talking about Jones fighting Lewis, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Around, so you're gonna hear this talk right here. Me personally, Lewis would have destroyed him.
Oh, yeah.
Lewis is way too big for all the fucking Jones.
Yeah.
Lewis would have broke it, but that's how great. But hold on though, that's how great Roy Jones was.
To even talk about that.
Yeah, they even talk about that. That's what I'm saying. That's why Jones is my Jones is my third favorite boxer ever. Tyson, Holyfield, Jones at that time. That's how great Jones was. They called him Superman Roy Jones Jr. I would have loved to see him fight Mayweather, but then again, Jones is too big for Mayweather. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, anytime an athlete feels his career is at stake, the pressure builds. What must Oscar De La Hoya be thinking?
right there.
Some 15 minutes before he enters the ring.
What about a prime Roy Jones versus a prime
Any loss, he says, was
Jones
from
all
retirement.
day.
Jones?
Fuck
As
yeah.
for Shane
Jones
Mosley,
too fat.
much is
Yeah,
unresolved for
Jones too
him
big.
following his 2 losses.
Jones too big
to
for him.
Yeah,
Hoya
you're right.
tonight.
But then again,
Every notion about Shane's
Canelo knocked
career
out
could falter
Kovalev,
again
who was
if he
tall
turns in
and
the
got a big
kind
fat
of
pussy.
performance
I got
he
Jones.
expects
Jones,
against
knock
De La
Canelo
Hoya.
out. There's no way.
Among those on hand, Tara Reid is here. Evander Holyfield, James Toney in his immediate future.
James
The
Tony in the
hitman, Tommy
future.
Hearns.
Steve Jones. So Holyfield Jones.
Fine actor
Holyfield
Dennis
Tony didn't
Quaid.
fight yet. You hear me?
Tommy Lasorda in
Yeah.
from LA.
John McCain.
Senator John McCain, himself a former boxer. He's chaired a commission
What?
looking into the state of the sport. The actor, director Ron Howard is here. The NBA is represented by Charles Barkley and Magic Johnson. And despite the demand for tickets, Tiger
Magic
Woods
in your own
somehow
belly
was
now.
able to score
Tiger Woods.
outstanding
Yeah,
seats
on
for tonight's
Young,
battle.
no gray hair
No.
on his prop top.
And now look who's
Now he's
dropped
coaching
by.
his son.
Lennox Lewis is here. Let's first
R.I.P. Emmanuel
resolve
Stewart.
your immediate
You got
future.
against him. Emmanuel Stewart is the greatest trainer ever,
When?
in my opinion.
Well, we haven't really spoke about that. What I'm doing right now is taking the rest of the year off, and probably next year I'm going to decide on what I'm going to do.
You just turned 38.
Yes.
How many more fights are in your future, realistically?
Well, I don't see too many, you know.
We got
as
young
you
Bob
get
Costas.
older, you're supposed to get better,
Bob
but
Costas.
sometimes, you know, your body, you have to listen to your body, and make sure you listen to your body.
Well, in light of what you just said, I pose this
Nobody
respectfully.
would
Have
be
you
close
lost
to-
your stomach
All
for
he
training
did
and
was
for
today
fighting?
when he got slaughtered.
No, I enjoy
Slaughtered.
training.
It was slaughtered. It was
Training is
slaughtered.
a great thing for me
That's a
because
great move.
it
You don't
keeps the
get
weight
respect
off,
to
and I love
because he's
running.
so strong,
I love
so big.
lifting weights.
Just,
No, I
just
haven't.
like Larry Holmes.
Let's take a look at
After
some
he
of what
fought Ali,
happened earlier this year in
he
Los
never got the
Angeles
respect
against
he
Vitaly
deserved.
Klitschko. And will you
Because
acknowledge
he beat
now
him on
that you
the
didn't train as
Prey
hard
was
as you
gone
should
on
have
Ali.
for this fight?
But Larry Holmes had one of the
Remember-
best jabs I've ever
No, you
seen.
know, I took this
Larry
fight
Holmes
in
dope.
less than 2 weeks' notice,
Larry Holmes,
so
he
I
was
wasn't really
48
preparing for him.
before he
I was
finally lost.
preparing
They
for
robbed
another
him. Then he wanted to
boxer.
beat Rocky Marciano's record, so they robbed him.
And he carried
gave
the
it to
fight
Leon
to you
Spinks.
in the early going.
Michael
He
Spinks
was
won
winning on all
twice.
cards when it was stopped
They robbed
because of the
Larry
calibers
Holmes
left on.
twice.
Actually,
In my opinion, Larry Holmes won both
he really
fights.
punched
He was
himself
close,
out
but I
because
thought
he
Larry
worked
Holmes
very
won.
hard for those
You have
5
to go back
rounds,
and watch it.
and I would
But
say
they
he
didn't
won
want
the
him to break
first half of the
Rocky
rounds,
Marciano's
and
record.
the last half I really stepped it to him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, I caught his eye, and that's what you do.
So in your mind, had the fight been
He's
allowed
taller
to
than
continue,
Lewis.
you would have knocked him
He's
out shortly
Vitaly
thereafter.
Klitschko, Ukrainian.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
especially
Remember him and his brother in the war now?
the fifth round.
Vladimir
He
and
basically
Vitaly,
followed
that's
me around
Vitaly
the ring.
Klitschko. That's
and
Vladimir's
held me.
brother.
So
Right.
he wasn't
Vitaly's
really
more
punching
stronger
me.
than
Like I
Vladimir, in my
said, he
opinion.
punched himself out. He boxed very good that night, and
took the
you
fight
know,
only on 2 weeks'
commanded a lot
notice.
of respect.
He was a
And I
replacement
think he punches
for
hard.
somebody else. Lewis
He was
took
ready
the
for
fight
him,
on-
but at
Lewis
that
took
point,
on
I wasn't ready for
Klitschko on
him.
2 weeks'
Like I
notice.
said, I took the fight late, under 2 weeks' notice, and you know, I didn't have no sparring for him, but maybe next time.
Well, you have a hand in all this as the man in Lennox's corner. When does it happen?
Well, he's going to decide when it happens because it's his life and his career. But as he said, the fight was a
R.I.P. Emmanuel Stewart.
We really didn't get
Greatest
even when
trainer
we
ever.
got to LA. I don't think we ever trained 2 days at the same gym. Every day we was doing media work, trying to find a
Yeah,
gym.
hella
Whereas
good,
Klitschko
yeah.
didn't do any media work.
Work.
He'd been training in LA all along where he lives at, so he didn't have any disruptions in his trains at all.
People have talked about December for a
Really,
rematch.
we're
That looks
ready, we're
impractical
covered.
now. The
Yeah.
spring? Early spring? March, April, what?
Well, Lennox is going to make that decision, but I think that any time that Lennox trains properly for the next fight, it will not go over 12 minutes. Lennox will come out.
All right, last thing before we talk about the upcoming fight, we crossed paths with Roy Jones Jr. As he left our prediction, you came up. Is there a possibility that the two of you would meet in the ring someday?
Well, you know, there's always a possibility, but I don't think so in the near future. You know, I mean, I definitely respect Roy Jones. He's a great boxer, and you know, we got mad respect for each other.
De La Hoya Mosley, your thoughts on that?
I think it's going to be an interesting fight because De La Hoya has a lot to prove because he's 1 down with Mosley, and you got Mosley's got a lot to prove because he's 2 down with Vernon Forrest. And it's going to be an interesting fight. You know, if I had to pick
front
one
of
of
the
the
son.
other, I would have to go for Mosley because
carjacked
the fact
him
that
with the gas
he's won
station.
before,
Where he from?
and he's got that speed. I always
Yeah,
respect
he
speed.
goes back in time now.
Alex Lewis, heavyweight champion of the world. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, so far
Really
we
is.
focused on the first De La Hoya Mosley fight, but that was 39 months and one weight division ago. Since that night, De La Hoya's image has turned golden again,
Watch
while
this.
Mosley failed to capitalize on winning the biggest fight of his career.
Watch this. He fought Fernando. If he fought Vargas, De La Hoya fought Vargas. Steroided Fernando Vargas Senior.
With three
Now it's done
low-profile, but dominant defenses of his
Mosley was my
welterweight
favorite fighter too. I love Mosley. I always thought Mosley could beat Mayweather. No, because not. Mayweather's IQ's too smart.
Then, in January 2002, Mosley's
What, look,
perfect record
got
and his
knocked out.
status as
Watch this.
boxing's
By a guy, an Olympic rival, running force.
abruptly disappeared.
Watch it. Bop. Bop, bop. Watch that. Yeah. Oh.
Forrest's one-sided decision replayed itself in a rematch less than 6
What
months
was that
later.
fight you showed me? Like the guy got knocked out with like 1 second left?
Yeah, that was Chavez and Melvin Taylor. Yeah. Richard Steele stopped the fight. This is the rematch with Vernon Forrest and Mosley. Vernon Forrest beat him again by decision that time. But he had a rough fight at the time with Raul Marquez. That's where I've seen that.
Won a fight in more than 2 years.
I mean, he ain't won a fight in 2 years. De La Hoya
After
fought
losing to
him.
Mosley, De La
He
Hoya
came back.
enjoyed a
He beat
one-sided
Gotti.
win at welterweight.
Came back and fought Gotti. Hoya Casillo beat him. Destroyed him. Look, I'm trying to show you.
Yeah.
His first
Yeah.
true test since Mosley.
This is when he was on steroids. Watch. See what? He's on steroids.
Behind the fight that could have
Of
ended
course,
his
get right
career.
the fuck up.
De La Hoya
Just out of nowhere. Just like that. Yeah, man.
Mosley's troubles followed him up to 154 pounds. The February tune-up with Raul Marquez was stopped due to cuts and ruled
I want to show you how
uncontested.
steroided out Fernando Vargas Sr. was. He was hell of a fucking steroided out. I thought he was getting good until they showed it. They talked about it.
One-sided win at
He was, you see all his muscles, straight roids. Straight roids. And that still couldn't beat De La Hoya. He took steroids, rage, and
His
he
first
still
true
couldn't.
test since Mosley.
Watch. Hella strong. Bop. You know, he's never that big. Yeah, he found him on
Fight that could have
steroids.
ended
He
his
gave him positive
career.
steroids.
De La Hoya responded with a legacy-enhancing performance.
Damn. Bop.
This would be the most satisfying moment of Oscar De La Hoya's career. If he can finish this guy,
Bop.
if he can knock him out and he does.
Hated Vargas.
Oscar De La Hoya has the most satisfying,
The whole Mexican man was crazy. That was his rival. He hated him. He had Mayweather Senior in his corner. He hated him.
Looking
He hated
back on the
Vargas.
first fight
That
with
nigga took
Mosley,
steroids to try to
De La Hoya
rip De La Hoya's
claimed
head
that
off.
he didn't have
He
his
gave him positive
usual focus,
steroids.
and one
Yeah, they
indication
fined
of
him.
that
They
was that he
made
said
him
he
just
noticed
on
Salma
steroids.
Hayek sitting ringside.
Actual steroids.
And ordinarily he would only be focused on the man across the ring.
No,
As for me,
actual
whenever I see
steroids.
Salma
Yeah,
Hayek with Ed Gordon, I have just one
what I'm trying to
question.
say.
Does
He had to
Trixie
take
know about
steroids
this?
to try to hang with him.
But now to the
That
question that's
didn't
going to be
work.
answered down here in just a little bit.
Yeah,
It's been a while since these two met, and in
what's
the
it called?
intervening
Son died,
years,
they found him hung.
De La Hoya's
Yeah,
gotten back
his
on
sister,
track.
I
Mosley
don't know,
hasn't
was
won a
Gotti's
fight in the
sister
last
or,
2 years.
or Gotti Jr.'s
Psychologically,
sister,
how
but
will
I think
that
it was
play on
Gotti's
Mosley?
sister.
Yeah.
And starting
Personally, I don't think it's going to affect Mosley as much as a lot of the
Told you.
general public.
Yeah.
Because
They
I
both
think,
got
in
the
fact,
same
that he's
way.
had the
Yeah.
drama in his
Yeah,
life,
they
his
got-
lost
that
fights,
nigga somebody
has made
murdered
him
him.
become a
Yeah, the
seasoned,
son-
experienced fighter, much
the
like
son
De La
died
Hoya's
the same
experienced
way
his
the dad
losses,
died.
knockdowns,
And guess who's
fight
there
warriors.
again?
They're both seasoned fighters now.
The mom.
And they both have maybe slipped
How you
just
gonna
enough
say your own son?
at
You
this stage
sit-
where they're getting
now,
hit
I
a
thought
little
people
bit
were just
more,
cracking jokes,
which makes the
like
fight
being
be
funny
very
on Facebook.
interested and
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
more
Oh, wow.
competitive, much like the second
It's
than the
kind
Hearns
of
fight.
odd.
I think
that
that
they
Mosley's
find
going to
the
be
son
very up for
dead.
the fight,
The
and I
same
think
way they
you're not
find
going to
their
see that much
father
of a deterioration
on the
or
anniversary of the
psychological
father's
damage
death.
as a result of the 2 losses to Vernon.
Right when the
Okay, now
son,
we'll talk
Danny
with you
Jr. was
after the
getting
fight.
ready to get his
Jim
father-
Lively and Larry Merchant and George
inherit
Foreman
his
standing
father's
by to
name.
call it. But first, we'll go down to the ring and the ring announcer
Right.
for
So he was
tonight,
getting ready to
Michael
inherit
Buffer.
he was getting ready to inherit his dad's his fortune, money.
Yeah.
All the money he made from boxing or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how it got set up, right?
Ladies
But
and
they
gentlemen,
found
at this
Gotti
time,
dead in
please
Brazil,
rise
the senior.
to
They
honor
found
the
Junior
heritage
dead
and
in that
family
Mexico.
of defending
Right.
champion Oscar
Both
De
in
La
the
Hoya.
hotel
Please
room.
rise
Both
as the
in the
award-winning
foreign
singer
country,
Pepe
and the
Aguilera
only one
sings
was
the
there
Mexican
both
national
times
anthem.
was the wife. Now, where's the mom? Now it's the mom of Gotti Jr.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And once again, she's there. And she don't report him dead. She's gone. The neighbor had to come find him. The neighbor found him. So where'd the mom go?
Right.
He was there. He was there visiting his mom.
Right.
And he's at their home or wherever they're at. Now they got him hung, and the mom's nowhere to be found.
I'm looking it up. Yep.
And he's about to be 18. He died before his 18th birthday.
Remember that guy who pressed Dana White on Jake Paul? I think it was it was the Canelo versus Crawford press conference. He said, "What about the Muhammad Ali act?" That guy got a video right here talking about it. Wow, it just popped up. I just searched suspicious. Yeah, I searched suspicious death for Gotti Jr. and his video popped up first. His name was Sean Zittle.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. I thought people were just cracking jokes. on YouTube, on Facebook.
Yeah.
When I seen the post, but I was reading the comments on Facebook, and everybody was like, "Yeah, it's mighty funny how Gaddy Jr. was found dead just like his father in a foreign country, and each time the wife was there, or the mom for Junior.
Yeah.
In Brazil, they found Gotti dead, hung from a doorknob. It rolled a suicide, right?
Right.
Who was there? Gotti's wife. Gaddy's wife.
Again.
I keep saying Gotti is Gaddy. Gotti is the mafia dude. You know,
Yes.
Gaddy. So they found Gaddy in Brazil, and the wife was there. She was ruled a suspect until she was cleared, and it was called a suicide, right? Now you find Gaddy Jr., which I didn't even know he existed. Oh yeah, that's right. I watched the documentary. Yeah, right. So that was years ago. He just happened to be 17 now. Okay, yeah. So Gaddy Jr. was visiting his mom, the same mom that was under investigation for the dad, in another foreign country in Mexico, and he was found hung. And he was there visiting and seeing his mom.
Right. See.
And now he's dead, and she's gone.
That's too.
Where is she? She didn't even find him. The neighbor had to come find him. So where'd she go?
That's too. Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just so happened that he's found dead right before he was ready to get his dad's money, before he turned 18. Man, she did it, man. It's too coincidental. Father and son.
Right.
She killed her own son, probably, dude. She killed her husband and her son for money, dude. Why would a 17-year-old kid kill himself? He was boxing. He didn't look depressed. He saw him training, doing good.
I don't know, but I'm gonna. Yeah.
Come on, he hung himself? I don't think so.
No.
I'm not buying it. He went there to go visit his mom, dude.
Through the pain.
You know what I mean? And I thought people was cracking jokes, but no, they're serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
When Oscar De La Hoya easily TKO'd Yori Boy Campos in his performance here in Las Vegas, a tune-up for this fight, after the fight you flatly stated that Oscar De La Hoya should not go anywhere near Shane Mosley. He didn't take your advice. Is he going to pay the price for it?
Jim, this is a fan's fight. If you believe that Oscar De La Hoya is going to win the fight, it's because you're a fan. If you believe Shane Mosley is going to win a fight, it's because you're his fan. If Oscar De La Hoya comes out fighting like he did the last time he was out, things can be awful hard for him. But he's had months to prepare. We may see a brand new guy.
It'll be interesting to see which plans the two fighters choose, particularly in the early rounds of the fight. Larry Merchant, so much has been discussed. This has been a tumultuous build-up to the fight. The two fighters have patiently answered thousands of questions. Is there anything that we don't yet know?
Aside from the outcome, there are probably a lot of questions to be asked.
Over the years. You should do a video, that'd be cool. What? Commercial again, a bit.
On his dramatic victory,
I thought it was come on, too.
challenging fight, Oscar De La Hoya is bigger than ever.
He's become the J-Lo of boxing.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue and officially weighing in at 154 pounds. His professional record consists of 38 victories, including 35 knockouts with only 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger from Pomona, California, the two-time world champion, former lightweight champion of the world, former welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley. And across the ring, fighting out of the red red corner.
More than more, I guess.
Wearing black and officially weighing in at 154 pounds also. Since he captured Olympic gold, his professional record stands at 36 victories, including 29 knockouts with 2 defeats. From East LA, the 6-time world champion, the former junior lightweight, former lightweight, former super lightweight.
Hey, that's my guy on my video. Welterweight. It's all about the challenge. It was this fight he was going in. Michael Buffer, he's just tiny with soft body. That was De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya.
I wonder that sounds
They love him, dude. They love him. He was royalty, dude. Hell of divisions. Yeah, I had a Bruce Jenny dude from Philly. He's dope. Bruce Jenny.
See a second, I need you to get out, get them out.
You guys from Philly?
No, yeah.
You know what you're talking about?
Ennis, yeah.
Ennis, oh yeah, Ennis.
All right, gentlemen. We went over the rules in that dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Punches here are good. Punches here, we went over this belt situation that's taken care of by the commission and by myself. But with a good, clean fight, obey my commands at all times, other guys. I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch them up.
When they met 3 years ago, there were young lions fighting for the local pride in Los Angeles. Now they are mature lions fighting for survival.
George Shane Mosley looks dry.
Right.
Body is dry. I noticed that at first when I got into the ring. No, he's not warm, but let me tell you, this event will make him warm.
You told me yesterday,
no sweat on the back, no sweat on the back. The guy who gets out first from the starting block, just like a track meet. You get off, you win this thing. But if you wait for a long stretch there and you haven't gotten off, you can lose.
Aren't the first 2 rounds more important to Mosley as he tries to rebuild his confidence from his recent experiences?
Yeah,
I think that Oscar De La Hoya was the one that didn't get off from the start quick. Last time things didn't go good.
Quick right hand lead over the top, landed for De La Hoya. Mosley reaching to try to jab to the body, still looking upstairs.
It's going to start getting,
Much slower pace at the beginning of the fight than was the case in 2000 when they came out and fought the first round as though it was the 12th round of a championship fight. Then fought one of the most memorable 12th rounds in recent memory. This is a much slower pace.
What's really different about this boxing match, Oscar De La Hoya is not bending down and crouching like in the first fight. He's spreading his legs when he wants to get a little closer and get a little lower. He spreads his legs and not bend down.
And De La Hoya landed the first sharp 1-2 combination of the fight, jab and right cross up top. The right cross, in the view of many, has improved dramatically under the tutelage of trainer Floyd Mayweather. But there's dissent about that. Some people say, well, I don't think De La Hoya's right hand is all that much better. What everybody agrees on is that it will have to be better tonight for him to beat Mosley.
It was an easy fight for Sugar Shane Mosley last time because Oscar De La Hoya brought it out to him. Tonight, De La Hoya is taking one step back and making Sugar Shane bring it to him.
Hard right hand to the body by Mosley, his best connect so far. De La Hoya lands a right cross punch upstairs. Already Mosley has tasted Oscar's improved right hand. I say improved in the eyes of most. There's a huge left hook by Mosley. Wobbled De La Hoya.
It's about gaining respect again. Oscar De La Hoya beat him to the jab, and he came back to put a hook to make him come to him.
And you saw the quickness of Shane Mosley in that lightning left hook. And there's De La Hoya's left hook. Also quick.
Get him out, get him out, get him out.
So far, De La Hoya, by using his jab, has been able to keep Mosley off him and neutralize that speed.
Absolutely
Using his legs. De La Hoya is using his legs this time.
Which means Mosley is not getting inside as freely as he did in the first fight.
Well, Mosley has to get in and risk something and take a chance on being counterpunched himself.
Another left hook for Mosley.
Well, I don't think that De La Hoya should make that fight, the fight that easy for Sugar Shane. He should take it to him a little more.
Oscar De La Hoya observing his plan in the first round. Shane Mosley may have nullified it with the one big left hook.
Of the 13 rounds they fought, I thought that was De La Hoya's best round.
He's getting tired already, okay?
And you gotta use your legs a little more. You gotta feint a little more, jab a little more, you're doing fine. Okay, it's trying to base in like we talked about, you know that. So no fighter, just use your legs. You get this stuff in there. A little bit.
Mosley had one good moment in that round, perhaps the best punch. And it did throw De La Hoya off stride. But it was De La Hoya's round.
Reminds me of how De La Hoya wobbled against Vargas's first big left hook in the latter stages of round one of that fight. Oscar wobbles, but at this stage of his career, seldom goes down. Early in his career, skinny-legged, he went down a couple of times against lesser fighters. Harold gives the first round to De La Hoya, who by CompuBox numbers landed 12 of 48 to only 6 of 37 for Shane Mosley. Mosley, to be at his best, needs to be throwing more than 37 punches per round.
Oscar's doing an excellent job. The way you fight a counter punch, you jump on him, hit him 4 or 5 times, move backwards, make him come to you.
All your safe travel outfits, because
so far, Oscar has been able to dictate the pace. When Mosley landed a big hook, it was one punch, not in combination. Oscar claiming that he'll throw 35 jabs per round, through 34 in the first round. That was the plan. Mosley lands the left hook solidly again. This time Oscar took it back. Combination by De La Hoya. Mosley coming back to the body.
Oscar is outboxing the boxer. Hits him with 3 shots, step back and make him come to you. That's what a boxer's supposed to do.
That was the big question about De La Hoya's game plan. Could he in fact go in and outbox a boxer?
And remember that Mosley landed many lead right hands on De La Hoya in the first fight. He has yet to be able to do that in this fight.
De La Hoya lands a jab, a left hook, 2 body shots, took only 1 right hand from Mosley. Oscar dictating the pace of the fight and landing more punches.
Mosley's going to have to get in with some footwork now. He just can't do it sliding in like Oscar did him last time.
Mosley seems unsure of how to attack, George.
Left to right, you got to do. De La Hoya surprised him. He surprised him.
Well, De La Hoya called a line from Bernie Forrest when he said, a jab stops speed. So far, in the first 2 rounds, he's been able to largely nullify Mosley's speed with his jab. You see flashes, but not enough for Mosley to be consistent.
You see, you can't follow a punch you around, and Shane Mosley is aware of that. So he's not just gonna run in on Oscar De La Hoya. That means too many minutes goes by, he doesn't land rounds, he loses the round. If he doesn't land punches, I'm sorry, he loses the round.
This figured to be a more tactical fight, at least to start in the first fight, and that is exactly what is developed.
And it's much more tactical, largely because Oscar De La Hoya wanted it to be that way, and is succeeding in keeping it that way. Landed a left hook, Mosley landed a right hand.
Who would have thought that Oscar De La Hoya would be boxing and moving out of the way?
He did. That's what he thought.
Give us a big good nose. Don't let him dictate the step in the fight, Shane. You gotta use your legs, okay? Use your footwork to get in there and go to the body. He's hurt to the body, he's trying to get to the body. Okay? And you must counter. When you throw a little jab with the right hand, you gotta counter. Oh, the good right hand too, but he hit and knock him down. But at the same time, you can't let him get hit on the point. Up and down, up, double, triple, and you're picking the stick and do it too, man. And look for the 4 counters. I told you, he ain't want to jab you. Hey, you gonna beat him with jab, man? Fire right hand, give it up.
Here is the jabber, De La Hoya, beating the jabber Mosley to the punch.
Oscar De La Hoya following his plan perfectly. He said he would throw 35 jabs per round. He's thrown 69 in the first 2 rounds. 34 in the first, 35 in the second. That's exactly what he wanted to do. Jack Mosley gave his son Shane very good advice. Use your footwork. Try to get inside. Counter more.
Oscar got in a sneak left hook that time also.
By leading with the left hook, which Mosley didn't expect after seeing all those jabs.
Once you get those jabs in your face, you can do about anything you want. And that's what De La Hoya is starting to do.
Oscar hasn't yet landed a high percentage of his power punches, but he's just picking his spots with that. There's a right hand over the top, though, as he continues to vary the attack in this round. Left low blow by Mosley. You heard Jack Mosley saying, get to the body. You heard him every time you do. De La Hoya counters Mosley with a good left hook.
All of that is about making De La Hoya come to you. De La Hoya sticking to his guns, backing up all the time.
From a tactical standpoint, Oscar De La Hoya has fought a near-perfect first 2.5 rounds.
He doesn't allow Shane to shake him.
You heard Bacasa say that sometimes big money fights like this turn out to be cautious affairs because neither fighter wants to take a risk. This time, I don't think that's the reason. It's because De La Hoya's tactics have confused Mosley and left him uncertain as to what to do.
Mosley is confused because of a left jab and movement. The minutes tick away as Mosley decides what to do.
Shane Mosley. He's not getting off. He needs to land multiple punches and in combination.
Man, he did land a terrific right hand on the inside, Mosley, just then.
He did, but he needs more of them in combination. One punch at a time isn't likely to do it.
Yeah, he's throwing his punches to shake De La Hoya more than to really knock him down or something. Shake him to make him come to him so he can do his Sugar Shane stuff.
Solid left by Mosley, but again, one punch. De La Hoya content to land one punch at a time. That serves his purpose much better. Good body shot by Mosley as Oscar got in close.
Okay, you're doing good. Kind of wait. You let him dictate. They might think he's dictating. I know you're waiting for this shot, but in the meantime, you got to work. Make some overset shots. You started doing really good when you're on your toes. Okay? And just relax. Okay, throw the right hand to the body good, but roll out. Don't pull straight back. All right? Keep a jab, touching. Remember, we worked on that and then shoot the right hand to the body.
You did it with the body shot. The mouth was getting open. You see it, Joe? The mouth is open. You hit to the body shot. Slip slide when you're sad, okay? Now that body. Back with your jab. Okay, what you do? Go right back with your jab, okay? Big stick.
In the first fight between these two fighters, Shane Mosley landed 100 more jabs than did Oscar De La Hoya. Through 3 rounds of this fight, Oscar De La Hoya has landed 33 jabs to 5 for Shane Mosley. That's a stunning reversal. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim. I got it 2 rounds to 1, 29-28, Oscar De La Hoya. Jim, I thought that Sugar Shane Mosley in the 3rd round hit him pretty good. I mean, he landed a couple pretty good darn good shots. Oscar De La Hoya is still moving and jabbing.
Time. Give me time. Stop. Come here. I can't throw it.
That's a headbutt.
Oscar.
And there's a cut next to De La Hoya's right eye. Right on the outside of the eye. And it is ruled an accidental headbutt. Joe Cortez immediately saying it's an accidental butt.
All right. Hey, both of you guys, watch your heads. All right, time in.
Blood is flowing from De La Hoya's eye, but it won't affect his vision.
That's not good for Shane Mosley because he's having to catch up if this fight doesn't happen to get enough rounds.
So in other words, he can't afford to butt him again.
No, and not only that, he's got to catch up on points.
Harold Letterman had it 2-1. It's not inconceivable that one or more of the official judges would have it 3-0. The third round was close.
I had scored that round a draw. Yeah.
Underlining my point.
All right, bring out.
One thing about these boxing matches, no matter how you speculate, anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely. Heaven knows.
Let's see that clash you saw as Mosley came up, rightly called an accidental butt.
And of course, remember Mosley's last fight against Raul Marquez was stopped in the third round after a series of accidental butts.
That's purely accidental this time. These guys are both trying to get in that left hook to the body, and you're going to bang heads doing that.
De La Hoya's cut man is Joe Chavez. He's working the outside of the right eye right now.
Good. Okay, baby. Keep that jab from like you're doing, okay? And you're doing good. Just step around there and keep your head moving, all right? Stay right and drop that right here until you get in the body shots, okay? All right, you look good. Keep it up. Keep good right out. You're going to stop it.
CompuBox numbers in that last round. De La Hoya landed 26 out of 55 overall. Mosley only 10 out of 35. De La Hoya stepping up his connect percentage. Landed 14 out of 27 jabs. Mosley only averaging 36 punches per round in the first 4 rounds. He would like to throw 70 punches per round.
Notice again, when they throw those left hooks, both heads are getting closer and closer.
Punching right hand by De La Hoya. And as they both throw left hooks, their heads flirt again. Mosley got in a body shot. De La Hoya got in a left hook to Mosley's body.
Mosley is enjoying this mix-up, this exchange.
Come on, let me hold the head. Push.
The referee steps in, tells you what to do, and step out of the way. Isn't that wonderful?
Mosley landed a right hand to De La Hoya's butt.
Come on, go down, guys. Come on, get him out. Let's go, step back.
The first fight was fought at a pace like a high-speed chess. This is more like high-speed checkers.
One good thing about this, Oscar is backing up, but his back has not touched the rope yet.
In the first fight, he refused to back up because he thought that he was going to overpower Mosley.
He's backing up, but he circles around.
Lead left hook for De La Hoya. Hasn't thrown as many jabs in this round. Maybe he's concerned about his eye. Mosley popping out a little jab there. De La Hoya missing with his. Left hook lands upstairs for Mosley.
Mosley is not trying to press De La Hoya to the ropes either.
De La Hoya lands a right cross, not with a lot of authority. Then goes right hand to the body. The jab is disappearing from the De La Hoya attack in this round.
Not only so, De La Hoya is not effective when his back is against those ropes. Shane Mosley hasn't pushed him there yet.
And as Oscar slows down throwing the jab, look how much closer Mosley gets. Suddenly, it's much easier for Shane to close the distance.
You got to have respect for Oscar De La Hoya's right hand. You can only get so close without fear.
Get him out, please. Step back, please. Step back. Step back.
Good uppercut by De La Hoya with the right hand. Came back with a left hook. Mosley lands a body shot and a left hook upstairs. De La Hoya comes back with a combination to the body. De La Hoya with a left hook upstairs, misses with the right cross. Mosley 2 left hooks to the body. They're trading shots as round 5 comes down the stretch.
didn't wait that long. You did great at the end, but you didn't sit around. You did. Yeah, you did. I'm telling you, we are in here fighting his time on his turf. Okay? You can't, it's round 6 coming up. You cannot, from here on out, you have to take charge. Walk his ass back like I told you when you get him five.
That's what I want to hear. You keep that jab up, okay? When you get up in the corner, step around. All right? All right, then you're looking good. Keep it up. And fire some right hand. You hit the body good.
Here's an example of Mosley trying to adapt to the jab that was in his face in the first couple of rounds. And now, after Oscar throws the jab, you see Mosley jumping in on him.
And maybe that's the reason that Oscar only threw 20 jabs in the 5th round after having tried to average more than 30 earlier in the fight. Power shots in round 5, Mosley 10 out of 22, De La Hoya 10 out of 35. Good connect percentage for Mosley, but he still only got off 47 punches in the round, and that's probably the reason why De La Hoya gets the round on the Letterman card. And despite the cheering for Mosley when he went back to his corner, you heard his dad, Jack Mosley, say, you can't wait on him like that.
Yeah, he's waiting for him to jab so he can duck. That's the counter punches thing. I'll do it after I duck.
Well, more and more you suspect, if the pace continues this way, Shane Mosley's going to have to give up being the counter puncher and attack. He tries it there with the right hand. And their feet get tangled up, and Shane Mosley sportingly touches gloves with Oscar De La Hoya. Mosley blocking the left hook to the body.
Yeah, but that's an effect. That looks good if you're going to go to 12 rounds. That cut on the right side of Oscar's face seemed to have no effects on him.
Now De La Hoya starts to jab again. He's still thrown only 11 jabs in this round, and we're halfway through. Right hand across the top. De La Hoya's pace is slowing generally. Maybe he wants to save something for the late rounds when he was deficient in the first fight. Hard right hand. Across the top.
That hurt.
Good right hand lead by Shane there.
But he waits too long to get another shot in. You throw a good shot, you got to follow it up quickly, or the man wakes up again.
Well, that's the point I was making earlier. Once the best combination puncher in the game when he was rated #1 pound for pound, Mosley now here, just as against Forrest, mostly landing one shot at a time.
That's because his opponent is moving away from him. He's generally, they're coming to him.
Whoa, good left hooks to the body by De La Hoya, 2 of them in rapid fire succession. And they're going to take another look at De La Hoya's right eye. Remember, the cut was caused by an accidental butt. No, in this instance, it's a take for the glove. Okay.
Also, the protector of De La Hoya has written up.
Top's coming off. They're right there.
That was De La Hoya's older brother, Joel, who wrapped his glove. Joel works in the corner and has through most of Oscar's career. Good left hook to the body by De La Hoya, a tactic he's employing more and more in this round.
Shane Mosley is chasing him as though he's trying to knock him out.
So why is Oscar focusing more on the body? To take the power away?
If this fight is going 12 rounds, you're going to use your left jab, you better go to the body too, and that's what Oscar is doing. Keep your man weak.
Mosley only threw 39 punches in the round. De La Hoya continues to employ a plan that has him dictating the pace.
Listen, it's so round coming up, you're not hitting him enough. I'm telling you. If you don't throw some punches, use your feet. It's like you sparred with him at East LA at the Resurrection Gym. You jumped on him, what do you do? He came back. Jump on him and see what he can do. You don't have to hit him hard, but you got to be busy. You got to do stuff.
I can breathe in, let's go. There you go, get the wind back.
Hard. You gotta hit him hard, he's got to be busy. Keep throwing your punches. Keep throwing your punches. You ain't gotta hit them hard, but just be busy. Be more busy.
Mosley said that De La Hoya had won the fight outside the ring, meaning the negotiations, so he has to win the fight inside the ring. Right now, he's losing the fight inside the ring as badly as he lost the fight outside the ring.
There's a look of frustration on Mosley's face.
And in his father's face as he asks him to throw more punches because he thinks they're behind on the scorecards by a solid margin. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
I agree with Jack Mosley. Jim, I got 5 rounds to 1, 59-55. Oscar De La Hoya. So I gotta tell you something. I can't score a fight for a guy that don't punch. Shane Mosley squares up right in front of him and doesn't do anything. And then that was a classic example. He's not punching. Oscar backs him every time. And that's all there is to it. It's De La Hoya based on activity, clean punching.
Well, not just his activity. I think even more critical, Shane Mosley's inactivity. And as we watch Shane Mosley throw one punch at a time, George, and you've made clear it's largely because of De La Hoya's tactics. How much of it might be because of the loss of confidence suffered?
No, it has nothing to do with that. If it was a confidence factor, he wouldn't be chasing the puncher around. No, sir,
I give De La Hoya full credit for dictating how this fight is being fought.
So in other words, you're saying this isn't bad Mosley, this is good De La Hoya.
Good De La Hoya. For the first time, this Mayweather is making a believer out of me.
Floyd Mayweather Sr., who frankly and routinely claims that he is the best trainer in the sport.
I mean, this is totally different from the fight that Oscar fought in his last hour.
There's a rare clinch. How many times have you seen Oscar De La Hoya in his career clinch, but he just grabbed and held Shane Mosley?
Yeah, he's smart. You got to
box it again.
When you're not boxing, hold a man. There's nothing wrong with that.
In the second fight with Forrest, Vernon Forrest held Mosley over and over and over, and Shane was so frustrated he could barely stand himself when he got out of the ring. Oscar De La Hoya obviously observed that. Hard right hand by De La Hoya. Mosley didn't see it coming.
Mosley has no idea what to do to Oscar moving and jabbing and pecking him. He has no idea.
Crowd is quiet as they observe what has become a defensive and tactical paint jobs by De La Hoya. Good combination by Oscar after Mosley flung the big right. Now Shane comes back with one of his best combinations of the fight.
I like that Oscar, look, the punch is over, I'm backing up in my defense. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Lead right hand by De La Hoya. Second one missed, but he followed up with left hands. Didn't give Shane Mosley a chance to counter. Two jabs and a right cross. Shane Mosley still not throwing.
You just don't train to throw those kind of punches and move and power.
Mosley threw 40 punches in the round. De La Hoya threw 46. Again, that's exactly what Oscar wants.
Relax. I can keep your legs out. Relax. Now, breathe in deep, man. Let's go. Get your money back.
Shane, he's still in the round stuff. You have to jab him. You're not using your legs. We worked on that. You're not on your toes. What's the problem? Stay on your toes. It's the 8th round. You got 4 more rounds to go. This one, 9th, 11th.
So what about Bobby? We were on number one.
No, you're only in your toes. Get on your toes, man. Use your skills. You got boxing skills. Use them.
No, be on our time.
Use them.
In the first fight between Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya led on 2 of the 3 official scorecards after the 7th round. Mosley dominated the last 5 rounds of that fight. He needs to do it again to make history repeat.
De La Hoya is asking his corner questions. I mean, Sugar Shane asked his corner, what am I doing? Am I not bobbing and weaving? He doesn't know what to do, and the trainer doesn't know what to tell him.
Well, to me, Shane looked discouraged between rounds.
Well, he got conflicting advice in the 2 rounds. In the previous round, he was told he had to go out there and take it to De La Hoya, and after that round, he was told He has to box it.
They want him to move his feet. Take it to him, but move on your feet. Backs left and right. Keep bouncing on your feet. Oscar's not gonna. He's just standing back, waiting and delivering.
They almost banged heads again. And now Joe Cortez warns Mosley for rough tactics. As Shane, perhaps getting frustrated, was doing a little wrestling there. Oh, big left hook by Mosley.
Now he's coming back with his right hand. He's doing that to get that right hand off.
Shane trying to use his feet to get in position. Feints with the right, throws the left. That's another thing we haven't seen much of from tonight is successful feinting from Shane. He did a lot of it in the first fight.
He's got to do more than win rounds. He's got to do damage.
Yeah, he's got to get him a knockdown here.
Damage is done by a hard De La Hoya right hand.
He's got to drive Oscar De La Hoya back to those ropes if you want to get a good shot. Can't let him keep circling as he's doing. When a man is backing up from you, you must make his back touch the ropes. Otherwise, he can circle all night. And that's what Oscar is doing.
And De La Hoya using his far more liberally employed right hand. Early in his career, it was just an afterthought. Now he's tried to make it an almost equal weapon with his left. Mosley misses over the top of the right hand. Shane's partisans in the crowd chanting Mosley, Mosley, Mosley to try to get him going. Instead, De La Hoya lands a couple of rights.
And those right hands are hurting Shane Mosley. They're not just flickers. You keep running into those and you'll stop running.
Well, one of the ways in which Shane dissented from those who thought De La Hoya would win this fight was to say, I don't see any of that improvement. I think he's the same fighter that he was 3 years ago.
Those right hands on Mosley's side of his face are starting to hurt.
I don't think he is the same fighter that he was 3 years ago. I think he's different. Meaning De La Hoya. And unfortunately for Shane, I think he's different too.
Shane.
You hurt the body shot. Going out there, he's really hurt. This is the 9th round coming up. He's hurt. I believe he won the round, but you know what's going to judge the grade. If you continue with the body shots, he hurt. And when you throw your left, man, you got to use your body twist.
Just pull him off the towel.
He's going to do it if we
pull him out with it.
I tried to go out because he got quick on that hook. No, he left hook. So, okay, well, but look, when you throw your right hand, 2-3-2, throw the right hand, throw the body shot, you got to have balance when you do it. How your legs feel? Good? Well, use your legs, Shane. That's all you got to do. You got good leg offense. Use it to get in there.
Wake me up.
Shane, use your legs to go to the body. He's hurting. You're breaking down. He almost quit. He almost quit, Shane. I can take the pressure and be steady. Put it in the body. Keep moving your head, okay? Move your head. Don't make your head, man. Straight.
It's a sure sign of how desperate that the Mosley corner is when they feel they have to lift his spirits by telling him that De La Hoya almost quit after that good body shot.
De La Hoya's getting his second win, if you ask me.
What intrigued me was the moment when Mosley suggested to his father and trainer Jack why a particular tactic wouldn't work. When the fighter starts to tell the trainer why what he's recommending won't work, is that a bad sign, George?
That's so bad, so very bad. Where are you going to get your confidence? Where are you going to get your instructions?
Left hook by Mosley lands. One of his better shots. De La Hoya comes back with a left hook right on the button. Mosley lands a right hand lead.
And Mosley holds on, which is smart. He's not going to let Sugar Shane rally up. As soon as he gets over the door, he holds.
Remember, he comes to the body, comes right with the hook quick. Right here.
Mosley has landed some very good punishing shots in this round. Maybe more of them than in any previous round.
De La Hoya goes back to the body in volume. Mosley landed one hard right hand to the body. Oscar landed 4 shots. Mosley gets in a low blow with the left hand. Oscar's eyes got wide. And there's a dead right hand by Shane Mosley. Oscar De La Hoya's hurt that time.
Hey, come on, look. Yeah, always hurt.
No, the right hand.
Yeah, to the body. Yeah, always hurt to the body.
Shane Mosley that's not even aware.
Yeah, he's hurt to the body. He comes up. He comes up. Here it comes. Bow. Yeah, there it goes. Bow, wow.
De La Hoya begins to trade.
Bah. I remember this too.
Once again, you don't
I
want to
remember
get too
this.
left
I
hook
remember
happy
this.
with a left hook on.
Yeah,
It's like
nice hook. Nice left
De La
hook.
Hoya.
Cortez warns Mosley not to hold and hit. Shane seems to feel like this is his opportunity. Again, he's holding.
I think that
Yards to the body. With another hook.
Hoya is a little bit buzzed, if not hurt.
Yards to the body. Bop. Bop.
Oh, big left hook to the body by De La Hoya. You heard Jack Mosley talk about Oscar stealing rounds. The last minute of each round definitely makes the biggest impression on the scorer. And Oscar's very conscious of that.
3 minutes, only 3 minutes in a round. That's not enough. Not for Sugar Shane. Oscar's back touched the rope for the first time.
He may be getting tired. Through various stages of his career, De La Hoya has had some stamina shortcomings, but generally his heart and will have carried him through. Except in the Trinidad
Body
fight,
again.
and when he wilted against Mosley in the 12th round.
De La Hoya's starting to reach out. That's bad. That's bad. You got to punch out. Don't reach out.
Yeah. Reach now.
Good body shots by De La Hoya. Mosley had a good round, but it wasn't necessarily a clear-cut bloodbath.
You got his ass now. All you gotta do is continue to walk, continue to work like that. All right, give me a dry towel. Slow it down. All right, I'm gonna switch to the towel. Break it off.
Go back to boxing, okay? Touch it, your head. Keep touching. Win this round right here. Keep the pump in your jab. Because we want to play strength with strength, so we got to do that. On boxing, what's the hold now? All the whole 9 yards. All the signs are there. Continue to break his ass down to hard body shots and stick that hook in there. You don't have to.
The question now is,
Overhand right.
that right hand and
Overhand
other
right. That's
punches,
what hurt him. So he got in. He got right
laid
into
the
it.
groundwork
Just right.
for a big finish.
He's looking for
That's
body
a
shot.
hand that hurt De La Hoya.
He's looking
You
for the
saw
body
him
shot.
right behind
He
the
left his
ear.
face off,
In the
right?
9th round, Mosley 22 out of 45. Very good round for him in CompuBox numbers. But still, De La Hoya threw more punches. He was 19 out of 55. Harold, how do you have it through now?
Okay, Jim. I thought that Shane Mosley came back 1 round to 8 and 9, 6 rounds to 3, 87, 84. Oscar De La Hoya. The question now is, can Shane Mosley overcome Oscar De La Hoya's big lead? Did the judges see it the same way I did and give Oscar De La Hoya credit for winning all the early rounds?
De La Hoya got in a good left hook that time.
Stopping Mosley's momentum for the moment.
And you better stop once you get hit with those. You can't keep coming.
That right hand brought a lot of Shane's desire and confidence back in the last round. Now he seems much more focused.
De La Hoya's going completely defense now. Those seconds taken away does not help Shane Mosley.
Solid left hook by Mosley. De La Hoya felt it. De La Hoya gets in his own quick left hook. Not as much firepower as Shane's carried moments before.
Too much stalking by Shane Mosley and not enough punches.
He's acting like the slugger instead of a boxer.
The slugger, you gotta get in some punches.
Yeah, but he's got to be a slugger. He has no other choice.
But you gotta slug with more than one punch.
What if he wins the last 3 rounds, Larry? I don't think it's out of the question he can win the fight on the scorecards.
I can't see that.
I do. I think he's got to have at least a knockdown to stand a chance.
Good left hook by De La Hoya after a hard body shot by Mosley.
He's gonna have to have a knockdown on a little more.
De La Hoya began to have a lot more trouble when he quit throwing 35 jabs per round. But again, he lands a right-hand shot across the top.
Now he gets to bounce in his legs, De La Hoya does. Mosley has to stop.
At the end of the day, it may be Oscar De La Hoya's improved and much more frequently utilized right hand that helps him most in this critical last 3 rounds. Cortez wants more action. And the right hand lands flush for De La Hoya. Not hard, but it scores. 2 left hooks for De La Hoya. Another left hook for De La Hoya. 1 body shot for Mosley. 2 more right hands for De La Hoya. Low blow by Mosley. Got away with it. Lands a big left hook. This is a good round.
And whenever De La Hoya gets the energy, he takes over.
Hard right hand by Mosley. But again, 1 punch at a time. De La Hoya is the one who's landed combinations in this round. Tough round to score.
Watch that. Hey, Shane. He's hurt. You're not putting that pressure on him enough to slide. Just you got every time you get close, you got to slide in there. You got to throw something. I don't care if you hit him on the arm, elbow, or what. You got to throw something to let these judges know you're in charge. The body shot's there, Shane. Don't wait to see for a perfect spot. You know the spot is automatically. Hey, breathe in and out. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, baby, give me a good round, okay? Keep that jab pumping like you're doing. And run the combination off the go. You got to keep your jab.
There was some speculation going into this fight whether it would be competitive enough, close enough, electric enough, with De La Hoya winning and forcing a 3rd fight. So far, De La Hoya is so far ahead, you can't see any reason for that.
Oscar smiles and touches gloves with Shane as they come to the championship rounds number 11 and 12. You see that Harold Letterman gave the last round to De La Hoya. He threw more punches, landed more punches, and landed at a higher connect percentage. Let's see if that stopped the Mosley rally, or if he can land some more big shots. There was another hard right hand. Didn't quite land flush. De La Hoya with a look of apprehension on his face, but that's fairly typical.
I like because he's sticking to his tactics. Dropping his left hand down to his waist, De La Hoya is now. That's not good. But other than that, he's doing great.
He's inviting the right hand lead with which Mosley was so effective in the first fight by dropping his hand like that.
Oscar's doing the old Oscar. Dropping the left to the waist. Shane Mosley has been throwing so many hard shots, he just can't muster up enough energy to do anything about it now.
Maybe Oscar's dropping his hands because he figures his hands are as fast as Mosley's now.
Mosley is not making the kind of effort necessary to turn this fight around.
Oh, he's pretty tired now. That's a lot of big shots to be thrown in a fight at any weight class.
I think De La Hoya is tired.
And remember, that's a lot of weight for Shane Mosley and a big man that he's bumping into after throwing those hard shots.
He lifted weights to develop that deep chest. There's a lot of debate among people in boxing as to whether it's only a little bit bad to lift weights or totally bad. Big left hook stuns De La Hoya. And De La Hoya with a right cross and a left hook of his own. Mosley with the right cross. Misses with that one. Trying to flurry in the corner.
De La Hoya holds on. He holds on. That's new in his repertoire, and it's good.
Mosley lands a right. De La Hoya again firing in combination. Uppercut landed by De La Hoya. His mouthpiece comes out. Now with the De La Hoya mouthpiece flying on the canvas, he tries to hurt Mosley.
I think that's Mosley's mouthpiece, isn't it?
I believe that's Oscar's mouthpiece. I think I watched it come out of his mouth. No? Okay. Now somebody else is telling me it's Shane's mouthpiece as well. Yeah, you're right. It's Shane's mouthpiece. Oscar's is still in. So Oscar with a chance to hammer away at Shane while Shane fights without the mouthpiece. It's still lying on the canvas.
Body shots. Body shots.
You gotta win this boxing.
Body shots. It's a body shot.
It's easy to see Shane Mosley trying to fight
I
with the
remember this
slugger
fight.
down.
It's 2003. I remember this. It's his body shots. I got it.
To try to be sure he can win the round.
Ring, baby. Even rings. You saw it coming.
Here's where the mouthpiece came out on the De La Hoya left uppercut.
De La Hoya.
You're gonna have to. You can win this fight. You gotta believe you can win this fight. Believe you can win this fight. You can be the first to knock him out. Hit his ass on the jaw, that's why I just there. And the block charge you can. And stay steady like Ed Johnson used to stay. Steady with him. You can win this fight. You can make him quit. Hit his ass in the heart. This is 3 minutes.
Box, box, box. Sit down with your right hand. Steal it with your right hand, okay? He gonna come this.
They gonna bring him back. He's ready to quit. Stay on him, Shane. You gotta win the round. You gotta knock him down.
In the first fight, Shane Mosley outlanded Oscar De La Hoya 45-18 in the 12th round. This has been a far different fight. You can see they're still friends. Harold, how do you have it coming to the 12th?
Okay, Jim. 1 on 6, 1 on 3, 7 rounds to 4. Oscar De La Hoya. I just thought Shane Mosley won. Grand start. Look at De La Hoya. He wants to fight. He's going to told him to box. He's not going to sit on the lead.
Oscar De La Hoya has always been brave.
Hard right hand by Mosley. He may not be too brave here.
Yeah, but he's never going to back away from a fight.
Hard right hand by Mosley. Stuns De La Hoya. Hardest punch of the fight. Oscar seemingly trying to find his legs as he holds on again.
Smart move. Hold on as much as you can.
De La Hoya giving Mosley chances by fighting him.
Nice double hook.
Floyd Mayweather told him to box and stay away. Maybe De La Hoya thought, no, that was the Trinidad fight. I'm not going to do it again.
There's not enough time for Mosley. With all of the holding that they put into Oscar De La Hoya's game plan, not enough holding, not enough time.
Beat the hell out of Mosley beat the hell out of De La Hoya to the body.
Neither fighter has ever scored a 12th round knockout. Shane Mosley is trying for something exquisitely dramatic here.
To the body again. Back to the body.
You heard his father trying to motivate him. You can be the first man ever to knock this guy out.
If it wasn't for Oscar holding, he could do it, but Oscar's smart these days. That's when you wonder, should I go another round? Should I ever fight again? You start asking yourself these questions.
All right, now left by De La Hoya. Momentarily stims the Mosley time. Now he's boxing. Now he's decided to stay away. Mosley not finding opportunities. Less than a minute to go. Good left hook inside by De La Hoya. Mosley lands an uppercut. Oscar intelligently holds on.
Intelligently, that's what you call it. He never did it before, but now he has a reason to.
A dramatic 12th round as Oscar De La Hoya tries to hold on to his seemingly secure position in the fight, and Shane Mosley chases a knockout. They trade punches at close range. And after many tactical rounds, the crowd will get what it wants in the last 20 seconds of the fight. Ignores his corner's advice, fights to the finish, and seems to wrap up a revenge victory over Shane Mosley.
Great fight, great boxing instruction by the corner. Perfect fight. Oscar De La Hoya should have this easily.
I don't think it reached the same heights of drama as the first fight. It was a clear-cut victory for De La Hoya. Dominated the first half of the fight. Fought him almost even in the second half of the fight. A terrific fight for De La Hoya.
May not meet it for you, Larry, but I like the idea of Shane trying to go for a knockout in the last round. That's excitement, that's drama in boxing. What more can you ask for when you're behind on points and you take a chance?
I agree with you. That's a great thing that happened in the 12th round, but there were
No, it was in the earlier round, the 8th, 9th, and 10th round. It was drama.
Well, how's about this, guys? Floyd Mayweather told Oscar De La Hoya, box, 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 before the 12th round. He went out and threw 65 punches, most of them power shots, and fought. Once again, the three men charged with the responsibility of determining who won the rematch between Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley, Stanley Christodoulou of South Africa, and Hong Tong Cam of Thailand, and Dwayne Ford of Nevada.
Oscar the hero. He's not only a boxer now, he's a hero.
Harold Letterman's scorecard was only 115-113 for De La Hoya. I've seen stranger things.
But it would be awful strange.
The odds on a draw were only 10-1. So let's go to Michael Buffer and let's listen carefully to see who won the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, we go to the scorecards. All three judges, Dwayne Ford, Stanley Christodoulou, and Anek Hong Kong Cam, scored this contest 115-113 to the winner by unanimous decision and new super heavyweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley.
I repeat, I have seen stranger things.